It's time for another follow along with me, Miss B. Don't forget to click the like button, hit subscribe, and the notification bell for new videos. We are into week 1 of quarter 2, and we're going to be focusing on the elements of art. Supplies we'll need is a piece of paper, a black marker, scissors. A ruler is optional, and you will need color pencils, would be preferable for this project, but if all you have is markers or crayons, those will work too. As you can see, we have a rectangle piece of paper, and we're going to turn that into a square. In order to do that, we're going to fold one corner up to the straight edge of our paper. Line it up good, and press down to make a crease. The remaining rectangle we're going to fold back, which will create a rectangle and a triangle. What we want to do is cut the rectangle off of the triangle. So with your scissors, you're going to cut along the line that you've made by folding the paper. And when you open that up, you should have a square. You're also going to see you have one crease in your square from corner to corner. We want to make a matching crease. So we want to turn our paper and fold from corner to corner one more time. This will give us 2 diagonal lines. And just to make sure that it's creased good, I folded it again so that my creases were very visible. So you should have an X on your paper now, corner to corner. Now we want to make a crease from side to side and top to bottom. In order to do that, we fold our paper in half, pressing down on the crease. Then we're going to turn our paper and fold it again. Make sure that your edges line up. Push down on the crease. Now when you open your paper, you should have a star shape on your paper. Top to bottom, corner to corner, side to side, and corner to corner. For the next part, you can use your ruler, but I'm going to do it without so that you can see how it can be done without a ruler. With my black marker, I'm just going to trace over the creases I've made on the paper. This is going to give me definite sections to work with. Again, if you're a neat freak, you can use your ruler. And if you don't have a ruler, just trace your lines by hand. So now we have a star shape on our paper with 8 sections. So we're going to fill in each section. We're going to start with this section right here. And we're going to write the words, elements of art. What we're creating is a pocket guide for what we're going to be learning over the next quarter. Next, we're going to label each of our sections. So, right next to our Elements of Art section, up at the top, we're going to write the word line. Now I'm going to draw a line underneath of that just to separate my words from what's going in the section. I'm going to rotate my paper 1/4 And the next word I'm going to write will be the word shape. And I'm going to connect from the line I made across. The next word I'm going to write is form. So shape and form should be on one side of your paper. I'm going to rotate my paper one more quarter. Draw a line across. In this section, I'm going to write the word color. In the next section, texture. So I have color and texture on the next side of my paper. Then I want to rotate my paper one last time, draw my line across, and here I'm going to write the word space. And my last element will be value. So now I've filled in my 7 elements of art. I have line, shape, form, color, texture, space, and value. So now we're going to fill in our pocket guide. We're going to start with the line section. So types of lines we will have are curvy lines, straight lines, we'll have zigzag lines, we have loop-to-loop lines, and what I call a curly Q line or a spiral. So that's our line section. So we're going to turn the paper to our shape section, and we're going to fill in some shapes that we might see in our art. So we have circle, square, we have a rectangle, triangle, and let's put a trapezoid. There are definitely other shapes, but these are the ones we're going to focus on. And then let's move to form. So form are our 3D shapes. So let's start with a cube. So I made a square, put 3 lines out, and connected it. Next, I'm going to do a pyramid. A rectangular prism, and I think I'm going to make a cone. So remember, cones are rounded at the bottom. So I'm going to move to color. Now you can put any colors you want in this section. I'm actually just going to do a rainbow If you only want to use 2 colors or 3 colors, or maybe you want to do your primary colors, secondary colors, or complementary colors, you can put those there as well. But for the purpose of our pocket guide, I'm going to create a rainbow. And yes, I used pink. That's going to complete my color section. So I'm going to move on to texture. So remember that texture is the way something feels. And just to demonstrate that, or to get us to remember, I'm going to draw a cactus. Something that is prickly to the touch or sharp to the touch. Next section we have is space. So space is where we put our things in our drawings. So I'm going to start by drawing a horizontal line. And I'm going to do a triangle. So from the horizontal line down, and this is going to become a road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dividing lines going from bigger to smaller. So if you remember, when we talk about space, as you go farther back, things get smaller. And how I'm going to remember that is by drawing a road that goes off into the distance. I added a few mountains and clouds just to fill up the space in the back. So again, space is going into the picture. Now with value, I am going to use a pencil. So if you have a pencil, please pull that out. And you want to push harder and have the darkest color down at the bottom. And you'll see I did this a few times. And we want to go from dark to light, because that is what our value is. The darkness and lightness of a color. So again, I'm going to go over it one more time, going even darker to get a better value. And then as I get towards the top, I push lighter on my pencil. So now you can see it goes from dark to light. Sorry about the glare. There we go. That is our value section. So now that we've completed the entire pocket guide, you can go ahead and color in the rest of your pocket guide. can use whatever you want to color it. Just make sure that you don't lose what you've already drawn. So I'm going to be using color pencils. I'm going to color in my shapes, my forms. I'm going to color in the cactus. I'm going to color in my space picture of the road going into the mountains. And I'm even going to add some color to my lines. So again, color pencil will work best, but if you'd like to use your markers or crayons, go ahead. So for my line section, I'm just going to color between the lines I've made just to add color to it. Remember, the choice is yours if you want to do this part and what colors you want to do it in. And very last, I'm going to color the Elements of Art section. You can create a design in here, a doodle, draw a picture. Just make sure you don't lose your letters that say Elements of Art, because this is going to be the cover of your pocket guide. So I'm just gonna kind of do a tie-dye look on this one. So now that you're finished your pocket guide, you can fold it up. Folds up very easily with all the creases we made. And now as we go through our Elements of Art during quarter 2, you can pull this out as a reference. So you should never be without your Elements of Art. My virtual friends, don't forget to submit your assignment on Schoology for full credit for this project. If you have any questions, don't forget to email or message me on Schoology. Click that like button and have a nice day.